Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys what my to-go bag stationery bag looks like in 2026. Last year I was using the Delphonics, I guess you could say it's the medium or the large size, and I love that bag. I'll kind of show you guys it in a second, but I live in a two-story um, townhouse, for those of you that didn't ask and don't care. But sometimes I like to journal when I'm outside in my patio, or sometimes I take my journaling stuff to my parents' house if I'm planning to be there all day and just want to, dedicate some time to journaling. And so I'm very in need of a to go bag, right? Because I don't want to be jamming all my pencils into a bag and then losing them and then having to re put them all into my, arsenal of pens and markers and things like that. So last year I was using the Delphonics utility bag, and I love this thing. This thing is so cute. I got it in the black one, and I will admit this kind of gets lint everywhere. I had seen someone mention this when I was looking for bags that I wanted to purchase, and they did mention it, but holy whack-a-mole, does it collect lint like it's its job. And I love it. I love it, but I found that sometimes it was hard for me to jam everything that I needed in there. Now, this I love. I have repurposed this for my crochet to go bag. So I have everything that I need to crochet in here. I have all my hooks and everything that I could ever need besides my yarn. And depending on how big my ball of yarn is, I can still stuff it in here. So I love this so much. Me and my son have collected pins, and we've added them on there. Last year it was kind of like a fun thing that we did last year. But there is a new bag that will be in use for 2026, and I wanted to show you guys that today and show you guys what my essentials are and what I will be using or hope to be using and need in 2026, and along the way that I've used in the past that I want to carry on and still need for everything that I need to journal. So for this year, I will be using this bag. I love the color of this thing. It's something that I really, after going with the black one for last year, which I love, and I added color to it using my pins, and it was an easy way for me to customize it and add personality to it. I really wanted something colorful and something bright and something that just called me to it. And so I settled on this bag. I will be honest, I ordered like 3 of them just to get a gauge of what the color I wanted was. And then I opted out for this one. So here's for our winner. Okay, so this year I opted for a like green one just because I love the color of it, and I really wanted something that was going to pop and just call me to it every time I did anything stationery wise. So this is what I went with. It does have a handle, which was a need for me. And then I loved it because it opens on a diagonal. And so the whole point is that you have a magical opening of all your goodies that you could want. And it's so exciting. Okay, so let's dive right into this. So the reason I went with something like this was because, if I'm being honest, when I'm at my desk, a lot of the times this just is sitting on my desk just like this. So I can always reach into it. I can add to things if I need to. And it's something that I can access during the day that's on my desk. But I can also just pack this bad boy up and then just run for the hills, if you know what I mean. So what do I have in here? Let's kind of go into it. So first of all, I have some Post-its. I do have a Post-it, graveyard Post-it bank in my journals, but I always like to keep more on deck with different colors. These are translucent stickies, and these are really cool, and some yellow ones, along with some baby ones, and some clips as well. Oh, and then I have some more Post-its on here. And so Post-its is what I keep in this little folder or this little pocket. And then I have my clips that I like to use when I am like writing down, just to kind of keep my page flat. A lot of people use like the binder, like like these, and I really like these, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they don't do a good enough job of like pinning the page down. And when I'm writing, I really like my pages to be taut. And so I like these because I can move them around the page. Like if I'm further down, I can move them down with me or whatever the case may be. They're really pliable when I'm moving around. And then I have an extra one here as well that I kind of found and just threw in here. Moving along, I have my sticker tweezers that I like to keep on hand for moving stickers around or whatever the case may be, prying stickers back up if I don't like where I put them the first time, you know, things like that. And then I have a couple washies that I don't know if you guys can see, probably not, but I have some washies that I like to also keep on deck for when I am decorating my page after I'm done writing. Moving on, I have some stamp pads on here. I can't, this from Craft Smart. I have the black and the red. I couldn't tell you how old these stamp pads are. Ride or die. I have a blue one somewhere in my little trolley stationery thing that I have. But oh my, these things I have lasted years. Mind you, I don't use them as often. Like I'm not here stamping every day. So I don't use them as, like I don't open them, and that way they probably don't dry out. But I 10 out of 10 recommend them if you're on a pinch, because I don't think that they're too expensive. Moving on, I have two, what is it called? Sticker pads, sticker books. I have two of these sticker books that I love. A friend of mine actually gave these to me for my birthday. There's a different one too that's more of like a celestial moon vibe, but I have that also in my trolley. So yeah, so I love these because they do have like a variety of different things that you can add, that you can kind of just add to your page, in case you want to, you know, it's looking a bit bare. It's an easy way to fill the page. Another thing I have in here is some tape, and this is double-sided tape. So I sometimes with ephemera that I haven't actually added anything for this year, but last year I was really big into like pasting things into my journal. And I found that double-sided tape is really good. I do actually have this tape runner. That's what it was. Oh my, what the heck is the name of this thing? It's a tape runner. It's on the thing. How helpful. So I have this, but just in case, depending on how big the ephemera is, or if it's too, like, you know, if it's going to be a lot and I'm just going to be sitting there tape running the whole thing, it's just much easier if I just rip out a piece of this and just stick it. Especially for doing tip ends. I found that this is really helpful for that, because it's really easy to get a fine, like detailed into the crease of whatever it is that you're trying to tip in. So recommend. Moving on to this right side. Actually, let's go into this middle pocket, which is already open. So in this middle pocket, I have this foldable ruler. I never knew I needed a foldable ruler until I had a foldable ruler. And if you know, you know. Because I love how compact this thing. I love that it's clear. And I think this is the Midori, the Midori multi-ruler in the 12-inch. Yeah. And it has a little like protractor vibe in the middle too, so it can tell you the angles. Do I use that? I don't know really, but it's nice that it's there. So yeah, I love this thing so much, and I have used it so much since I've got it. So this stays in here. This is something that I'm constantly reaching for throughout the day, and it's on my desk. So I'm very thankful that that's there. Moving on, I have my watercolor set from Winstor & Newton that I have, and okay, so don't judge me and my bootleg version of my paintbrush. Don't judge me at all. Okay, this is a safe space. We promised. Okay, so this came with a paintbrush, and I lost it. Could have sworn it was with all my other paintbrushes, but I don't know where it went. And so I just took a paintbrush and I broke it to size so I can fit it in here. And you know, it gets the job done. And that's what is important. So, anyways, but yeah, I really like this thing. I have not used it a bunch, but I go through waves. There's waves where I'm like really into my watercoloring and I take it out, and then there's other days where I don't. I think that if I had one of those watercolor brushes, like the ones that you can put the water in and then just carry it with you, I think I would use this so much more. But it's just I realistically would only be able to use this like if I was sitting down and it was like I was going to be there for a while and I can order the water and then the thing, you know? It would be like a whole thing, but I like keeping it on hand because it's portable, it's cute, and it fits. And you never know when you're going to be inspired, you know? So there's that. Moving on, I have my round page cutter and I use this all the time. All the time I use this, especially for like tip-ins or like if you want to maybe like a sticker, I cut it to size and then it doesn't have the rounded corners. Bam, you got a round cutter. You never know when you're going to need it, you know? I have some artist tape in here, also good for tip-ins, or if you want to paste in maybe like ephemera and you want to go in for that taped in look, I really like that too. Regular tape, because why not? Washi tape, also a must. My date stamp. I love this so much. Is it working? Is it locked? Oh no, I broke it. Oh, it locks. Wait, does it lock? Did I break it? Oh, that's so strange. I don't know what just happened. But anyways, um, this is me every day. Okay, so I've got this stamp from Amazon too, just because I'm using a traveler's notebook style, um, like daily pages setup this year. I really needed something that I could just date my pages really easily. And although I could write them in, my handwriting looks different every single day. And so, and to reference it, it would be something that my eyes would have to scan the page for because I'm either writing in a different color or my handwriting looks different. I'm writing in italics that day, whatever the case may be. And I wanted it just to be something that I can easily reference at the top of the page. It was uniform and I can just add it really quickly. So this has been something that I've used every day since the start of the new year, and even before the start of the new year with my pocket traveler's notebook, little munchkin size that I keep in my purse, and I love this thing so much. Moving on, I have the one stamp that I carry the stamp pads for, which is a stamp a stamp. I just love this. It's so easy to just like add. I'm getting egg color from my fingers, but it's so easy to add a little bit of personality to your pages with like a good stamp or like, you know, vintage, like even like with the coffee stains on the pages. It's like so nice in my humble opinion. And so I keep that on hand as well. I keep some paper clips in here. These I really like because if I don't have a page tabbed, I usually will add one of these and it'll keep like it'll highlight that page, and they're small enough to where they don't get in the way when I'm writing, but they're cute and small enough to where I can highlight them when I'm flipping through my journal. So definitely a must for me. I have some more Post-it tabbies that I keep on hand. Back here, well, we'll take this out, but back here I have another clip, and then in this pocket I have my micron pens that I keep. I keep a 01, a 03, and a 08 at hand. I love these a lot because they don't bleed. They don't bleed, and you can like write over them and it doesn't smear, the ink doesn't smear. So really love these for that reason. And then my true and tried 0.3 Uniball one. to the day I die. This pen and I think my favorite thing that I keep in here is not this R set. What's in here is not what it is. That made sense. What's in here is not what came in here. Okay. But I love this because if like a 10 little box, it keeps these all together and it's the perfect size for me to just kind of squeeze in there while also taking these all with me. And what's in here is my acrylic pens, my acrylic pen markers. And I absolutely love these. This pen doesn't even go in here. How fun. She's back with her family. Don't worry. No child left behind. So I have some fountain pen cartridges in here. I usually have fountain pens in my purse, like in my little like purse pen case, and so that's probably why those are in there. But these are usually what I keep in here. And honestly, these are my limited set because not all the markers that I have like this fit in here. But I really like these because they have a dot. So they have a round ball tip so that way you can just like dot in case you're trying to use a habit tracker or whatever the case may be. And then on the other side, you have your fine tip marker. I love these because you can write over, they can write over themselves and they're really opaque and you don't have to worry about them bleeding onto the other page. So these I love so much. And that is it, guys. I honestly could probably fit more things in here if I really wanted to. It's just a matter of whether I need it or not. But I love that I can kind of just really quickly close this up. That's it. That's what I'm using for my 2026 to-go stationery bag. I love the color. I love that I went with something that inspires me and brings me joy and gives me a quick little dose of dopamine that I need in order to get my creative juices flowing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.